Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, and in this video I am going to discuss about AKS Backup. Microsoft recently provided a backup option in your Kubernetes cluster. Currently it's in the preview edition, and recently I have posted about the benefits of AKS Backup. So let's discuss AKS Backup benefits and how it's work, how to configure the AKS Backup, and how to install the AKS Backup. So AKS Backup is a simple cloud-native process to backup and restore containerized application and data running in AKS cluster. It's provide a reliable and scalable backup solution to protect against the data loss and corruption. So let's understand this image. So currently I have a cluster AKS demo and I have deployed some application as well as we are going to create a AKS cluster 2 and we are going to restore it. So this AKS backup is used to perform the backup operation. So either you can take an entire cluster level backup as well as you can take the namespace level backup. As well as this AKS backup you can use to clone your dev and test environment, as well as you can use this backup to perform the cluster upgrade activity. Now this backup extension is going to be installed in your cluster. So while perform the installation process, you need to provide the storage account and blob container where your backup will be stored, as well as the persistent volume is going to be stored as a snapshot. While installing this AKS backup, the user identity is going to be created in the background, and that user identity have a limited access to store the database to store the AKS backup in this blob container. Now, to perform this backup and restore operation, you require the backup vault. Now, backup vault is communicate AKS cluster via backup extension, and it will perform all the backup and restore operation. Now, once you have a backup, either you can restore in a same cluster or you can restore in a different cluster. Now, to perform the backup operation, you require a trust access. Now this trust access, where is it? Yes. So this AKS backup require trust access to enable a backup vault between backup vault and AKS cluster. Trust access allow a backup vault to access AKS cluster with a specific permission assigned related to the backup operation. Now this backup extension by default use Valero plugin to perform the backup. Valero is an open source tool. It's a very famous tool to perform backup restore operation in the Kubernetes cluster. So I hope you will get some idea about the AKS backup. Let's jump to the demo where we will perform the backup and restore operation. So let me open the portal.azure.com, and this is my AKS cluster, AKS demo. Go to the setting and click a backup preview. Now here the backup extension is okay. So let's click install extension and give the storage account name. So currently there is no storage account found. So let's create a storage account first. So let me duplicate this screen and go to the storage account and create the storage account. Create new AKS demo back. Okay, give the storage account name. So AKS demo, AKS backup. Region is East US. So let me quickly check. You can take any region, but let me, yeah, East US. I go with the standard and review and create. So here I have to give the storage account and blob container. So let's quickly create the blob container also. Yeah. So deployment is completed. Let's go to resource and create a blob container. So let me give the name backup create. Okay, so I have created storage account as well as blob container. Now let's install again. So go to backup, click the install extension. Resource group AKS demo backup, and this is AKS backup demo. So my resource group name and storage account name is same, and blob container name is backup. Click next and create. So let's wait. Deployment in progress. Deployment is succeed. Let's refresh it. Okay, great. Now, so this is my backup instance. So now go to here and click backup. So once you click the backup, it will ask for the vault. So here you have an option. So either you can select a vault or create a vault. So let's create a vault. Let's give the name backup vault. Select east to west, and I go with the first option, review and create. So this backup vault is used to perform backup and restore option. Okay. So backup vault is created. Now let's select the Kubernetes cluster. So I am going to select this AKS demo, and here see trust access. Our role permission are missing for the selected cluster. Click grant permission. So this is very important. So now we are going to give the trust access between this backup vault and this AKS cluster backup extension. So let's give a grant permission. So let's wait for 60 seconds. Yeah. So all permission granted successfully. Click on next. Now here you have to give the backup policy. So create a new, give the policy name, review and create. So by default, it's a 7 days. So here you can check and click, and the schedule and retention is every 4 hours. So click create. This backup schedule and retention you can change later. It's totally up to you. Click next. Here you have to give the data source name. So click add, and here see you can select one or more namespaces in the cluster to backup underlying cluster resource, or you can also filter specific resource by providing the label. So this is a very important point. So either you can take entire cluster backup, including the future namespaces, or you have to choose from the list. So you can select the list also, namespaces list. So currently I have in my AKS cluster, I have only one namespace is default. Okay, so you can choose either the select namespaces, or you can select all, as well as you can select the resources using the labels. So let's take an example. I want to just take the vote application backup. Then you first create a label. So here I have a label app equal to vote. So either you can just give the label value and take a specific resource backup. So here for the simplicity, I will go with the entire cluster backup. Let me give the name AKS demo backup, and here you can select, so including cluster scope, including secrets, and including per system volume. So I want secret also during the backup, and click select. Okay, now here again I have selected this snapshot resource group is AKS demo or AKS backup demo backup. It's a new resource group. So let's click and validate it. Okay, so let's view detail user. Okay, so let's quickly check what is the error. So here let's click this assign missing role confirm. So now the role is going to be assigned. So let's wait for role assignment. Yeah, so now role assignment is completed. Let's validate it. Yeah, so this backup readiness is success now. Click on next, configure a backup. Now whenever you install the AKS backup extension in the background, it will create a namespace data protection Microsoft. And if you go here and check the log, yeah, So here you can see by default it's used Valero Backup, Valero plugin for the Microsoft Azure to perform the backup operation. So if I go here and check the log, so it is using the Valero. Okay. Now quickly perform the backup. So click here and click backup now and click backup now. So now this backup operation is in progress. You can monitor using this backup vault. So here go to the backup vault, select your backup vault name and go to the backup jobs where you can see the status. So let me refresh this. Now you can see this on demand backup in progress, or you can click overview and see here in progress one backup on demand. Currently our schedule every 4 hours, so here you can check in this backup policy, and if you select here you can see currently it's every 4 hours and the retention period is 7 days. You can configure this backup policy based on your requirement. So you can add a backup policy while click add here and give the name and the schedule and retention. Either you take the backup hourly basis or daily basis, and you can define the retention policy based on your requirement. So now let's wait. I think backup still it in progress. So let me click the refresh. Yeah. So backup now completed. So here instead of creating a new cluster and restore the same backup, what I am going to do, I am going to remove my resources from default namespace and we are going to restore the backup. So what I will do here, I'm going to go into the deployment, select all the resources and remove it. Similarly, I'm going to the stateful set and remove it. So now you can see in the default namespace. There are 0 resources. Okay. So let's now perform the restore operation. So for that, let me open the portal again, go to the backup menu and here let's perform the restore operation. So now here you have to decide the restore point. So select the restore point and decide it. Okay. So last backup I took on 554 around. So let's select this 554. So let's go with this option and select it, or you can go with the by default option. So I think it's the same option. Data store is optional. Go to the next, select the Kubernetes cluster. So I'm going to select this AKS demo. Okay, validate it and next review and restore. Click restore. So now this restore process in progress. You can check here in your backup vault. Yeah. So now you can see here the restore process in progress. Okay. Now open the lens. You can see here the restore activity is in still progress, but it started and we are getting all the resources we are deleted before restore. So this is all about the backup and restore in AKS. If you like the video, please press the like button, share button as well as subscribe it to my channel. Thank you very much. See you in the next video.